All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Baba and say, elders and apostles of Great Millstone, a sanitation to elect. The apostle truth in a four-corner item by ways. We do a short lesson to edify the sincere Hakiam and Akwat. This Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. So therefore we have to answer fool according to his folly. Like how some foolish question tutor will come and asking you to make you look stupid in his wicked ways and stuff like that. Because why? They are the foolishness. They never come with nothing really properly for action. Hey, how can we get salvation? How come we could do for get right to Yahweh Shai? Just like how today one of them was coming asking me a foolish question, like he was saying what is thinking and how do you think? So I answer telling this Bible is make I think. This make I think. I can't think without this wisdom and understanding. Because just by going through these scriptures show me how to live and how to go about in my business and eating and stuff like that. He said no, he want the question. No, he want the answer. You know what kind of answer you looking for? That's why you use wisdom in all things. You precept?
Yes.
I'll pull the precept.
This is 1 Timothy 2 or 2 Timothy 2:16. 2 Timothy 2 verse 16. Yeah, this is 2 Timothy 2 verse 16. It says, "But shun profane and vain babbling, for they will increase unto more ungodliness."
Con.
Yeah.
This Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are such as children. Or should they are foolish, they are stupid. They are lucky. They are such as children, and they have not understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. So you see, to do good they have no knowledge, they have no understanding. But to do foolishness, they're wise in that. They're wise in for talk foolishness. They're wise to do foolishness. And bare foolish question they will come and ask you. For something for benefit them would be good in the long run. They wouldn't ask no question like that.
Precept? Yeah. This is Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament, chapter 8. Chapter 8 and verse 11. It reads 8. No, it's 10, slack it. Yeah. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 11. It says, "Surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better." So as a snake ain't need no reason to bite nobody or no provoking element, so to speak, influence. He can bite. Same thing with a fool. He can just pick a dry story and want to talk about shit. You understand? And I show you was sit down minding your own business and he come and ask you the question, right?
No, I was trying to show Israelite. We are Israel. You understand? We come with nonsense, interjecting for bring nonsense in righteous conversation.
It says, verse 12, "The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself." See that? Because you were showing the Israelite person grace. The grace Yahweh Shai, through the spirit, of course. But the fool swallow up himself. He come for glorify himself. Anyway, it says, see here. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness.
See,
Where madness Jake is talking, buddy. Like me uncle, I talking to you, and he say, you know, you could get a trip to China and thing like that, right? So I say, the translating the Bible, the translating the Bible to their own words in China, right? I was like, yeah, but I was like, yeah, that mean a lot, because the Most High name don't change how much, or they don't try to change the Most High name how much umpteen time.
Disperse.
Much as when they change it to the, and the story go on and he ramble on and so forth, and he didn't understand why he show you through scripture while he just running him out. And this babblers that can spit out madness. It says, verse 14, a fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be and what shall be after him. Who can tell? That's the story long. Who knows what could come out of a fool mouth, right? What is about it now?
Yeah, precept. Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 21 and verse 14, right? Read 13. It says, the knowledge of a wise man shall abound like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. And like the brother was going into, he was teaching. See? Verse 4 says, the inner parts of a fool are like a broken vessel, and he will hold no knowledge as long as he liveth. See? It says, if a skillful Salaki, let me jump down more. Verse 16, it says, the talking of a fool is like a burden in the way, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. Like when these foolish people talk, it's like a burden, like you fetching a heavy load. It's annoying. One, it ain't no knowledge within it. You can't learn nothing from it. No? Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 15. Proverbs chapter. Yeah, Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 7. The lips of a wise
Disperse.
Yeah, disperse knowledge, but the heart of a fool don't do it not so. So you see, a wise man he will carry out knowledge all over, but a fool he will never do that. He just utter foolishness all the time. And he try to carry foolishness all over now too.
Read verse 2, Babusha.
Yeah. Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 2. The tongue of a wise use knowledge aright, but the mouth of a fool pour out foolishness. So you see, the mouth of a fool pours foolishness. That's why they will never speak righteousness. They will never speak about of your salvation. They will speak bare ignorantness. Just uttering just nothing, no good for the soul.
Yep. So, I guess so. Yeah, this is Sirach 22 and verse 11. Sirach chapter 22 verse 11, it says, weep for the dead, for he had lost the light, and weep for the fool, for he wanted understanding. It says, make little weeping for the dead, for he's at rest, but the life of the fool is worse than death. See, verse 7 it says, 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead, but for a fool and an ungodly man all the days of his life. Verse 13, right, it says, talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that had no understanding. Because when you talk with fools, guess what? They just present their foolery, their folly, and if you're not stable, you could be caught in the trap. That's why the scripture says in Sirach 14, it says, he that had fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. You know? Because wherever you are wrong, this where you become. Alright, that's why the scripture say, talk not much with a fool. And go not to him that had no understanding. Beware of him, lest he have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled. And thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Exactly. Alright? Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness. Yeah.
This Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 5. A wise man will err and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall utter wise counsel. So you see, a man will understand will utter wise counsel.
Attain slack.
Attain wise counsel. Because why? We supposed to be talking foolishness and stuff like that, backbiting brothers and speaking evil and stuff like that. So obtain wise counsel. This Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. The fear of Yahweh is beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So you see, foolish men, they will despise wisdom and instruction. Why? He come there despising wise counsel, wise instruction, but you want to utter his foolishness. Because when I answer, he like the answer. He want to give a foolish answer. Because I tell you, hey, this is how I think. This scripture make I think properly. I think this scripture is my thinking. I can't think no other way. No other way I can't think. I gotta use scripture for and think. Think ahead, how to live, how to carry out wisdom and stuff like that. You know what I
You want it?
pull it.
This,
You want it?
yeah.
Brother.
It's 4 Samuel 2 and 3. Yes, man. In fact, I'm going to read from 2. It says, there is none holy as Yahweh, the Lord. For there is none besides thee, neither is there any rock like our God. Right? It says, talk no more exceedingly proudly. Right? Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For Yahweh is a power of knowledge, and by him actions are win. Right? So it's like saying you putting forth your works, you're supposed to show your fruits. Right? We are about and we are doing. Right? So you find these people asking some foolish question. The scripture even says that a heretic after first and second admonition, reject. Even a man that come up with another doctrine, don't give him any Godspeed. Right? And he don't even know he get the best answer. But he refuse it. Right? Because the scriptures are so said Yahweh Shai words. He said that the world know it not. They don't know the spirit. Right? The light was there and they knew it not. See?
Okay. A precept is Sirach chapter 20 and verse 5. Start here. Yeah, it reads, there is one that keepeth silent and is found wise, and another by much babbling becomes hateful. Right? Straight to the point. Some man holdeth his tongue because he hath not to answer, and some keepeth silence, knowing his time. So he thought it was his right time for interrupt wise counsel. You understand? But they just prove that he's a fool. And Lord willing, the person remember when the fool approached and the wise counsel of what Akbar was bringing out, right? Is verse 7 says, a wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, but a babbler and a fool regard no time. All right. It says he could have stand up and wait till you finish, probably ask a question or something. But the scripture said, well, fool rageth on. It says, he that uses many words shall be abhorred, and he that taketh to himself authority shall be hated. But the main point is he that uses many words shall be abhorred. Just get to the point, straight into the point. You understand? And if you know something, shut up.
That piece of back of ways.
Yeah, good. Yeah, this is for me.
I choose.
Let's click the match.
I think it's 13 of verse 9.
Precept by the time.
The precept that said the wicked one, here comes the wicked one.
Yeah, you gotta go match.
13.
Precept by the time. Yeah, this is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 20. Yeah. 2 Timothy 2 and verse 21. From 21, right? From 22 it says, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the name of Yahweh out of a pure heart.
Wow.
So you go after these things with the brothers that are laboring in the truth. See, verse 23 says, but foolish and unlearned questions avoid, knowing that they do gender strifes. Because there are simple things that you being in this truth that you don't want to hear. There's simple things that would piss you off. Because it's folly, it's ignorance. So when they come up with them sort of questions, we have to avoid it, because it can just lead to more unrighteousness and strifes.
Yeah, and if I may finish, like the scripture says in Ecclesiastes that the ears is never satisfied with hearing, because even in your sleep he is here. You understand? So he's got to learn for know when to put a stop to these foolish babbling that these people just come around with, And it getting worse and worse, I go to work, and as soon as you go in, people want to talk a set of shit. It's like, you just stick to the work, the man. Got time and thing for everything, but all the time, a majority of time, you want to just bring up foolishness. Yeah, can you find precept?
Yeah, this is Matthew 13 verse 19. It says, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which is received seed by the wayside. Right? And really and truly, the person I was talking about is a Jehovah's Witness he was speaking with.
Okay.
And and he just come and walk in, asking some rhetorical question too.
Yeah.
So he just showing he's a wicked one too.
Damn.
Like, what should I say? Ye are of the father, ye are of your father, the devil.
Damn.
Persevere. This Job chapter 6 and verse 24. Teach me, and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand where it I have erred. So therefore he says the holy tongue and take wise counsel. But he just want babble his mouth. This foolishness all the time. When foolishness come about, he have a holy tongue. So therefore you get teach something properly. But they want to bring foolishness. And this Proverbs chapter 15. Yeah, Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 9. So start at verse 8. The sacrifice of the wicked is abomination sacrifice of the wicked is abomination to the Yahweh, but the praise of the upright is delight.
Prayer.
Yeah, the prayer of the upright is delight. The way of the wicked is abomination unto Yahweh, but he that love him follow after righteousness. Because why you gonna follow after these good deeds, these good ways, the good news you're gonna follow. You're gonna follow, but the way of the wicked is abomination. You just think about these abominable things, act, talking, going, eating, every single thing they just doing foolishness and abominable. Amen. You want to preach it?
God precept go back here.
Wow.
This is Ecclesiastes 5. Right? And verse 2. Now read from. It says, be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the power. For the power is in heaven, and thou art upon the earth, therefore let thy words be few. For a dreams cometh true the multitude of businesses, and a fool's voice is known by the multitude of words. Right? Because he coming to you for ask a question. We say it was an edifying question.
Yeah, some edifying
Question to edify. Basically, he's so built up with folly, he had to get it out. Right? It's like he got
release.
Yeah, he got passion. He got passion for sheer
shit.
Yeah, sheer shit.
And like your shit is good. And when you don't know, it's no good.
Yeah, the scripture, slack, I finished.
Go on.
The scripture says, Apostle said that I count everything but this in this world but dung, but loss that he may gain Yahweh Shai, but he count everything else of this world but dung. But he holding up on the shit like it's gold.
Yeah, precept.
I'm holding up on the shit like it's gold, buddy.
Yeah.
Finish that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Sirach 19 and verse 12, right? Sirach 19, let me go up. Yeah, verse 11, right? It says, a fool travaileth with a word as a woman in labor of a child. You know, like these like they just got to speak, you know? Like when a woman in labor, she just want to get it out. You know? When the contraction she just want to push out the baby as soon as possible. Just the same thing with these fools, you know?
Imagine it's like this, right? Right? It's like being in the most. I won't lie, right? It's something that is come across this flesh at times. It might get a secret or something you might gotta tell one person. But because this one person ain't come in time, somebody else come before, like shit, I can't wait.
Yeah,
you gotta tell the person.
It's back in the world.
But for a fool, it's something he can handle. A man learn know when to, you know? But it's like an excited emotion. He's like, what is it again?
Dopamine?
Dopamine, yeah. Dopamine is what he suffer from.
Yeah, it says, a fool, verse 12, it says, an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly. You know? It's pain.
Like you Tom and Jerry cartoon when I'm a hammer on the finger to try to hold them out to do make nice.
Yeah, God.
Yep. Go to 1 Corinthians 3 verse 19. First Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the power. For it is written, he that take the wise in their own craftiness.
Take it the wise.
Yeah, take it the wise in their own craftiness. You see, these wicked ass people take wise in their own craftiness. They believe what an author is wisdom. But the Most I say does wisdom of this world is no good. Then I have precept Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 7. Yeah. wisdom is too wide for a fool. He open not his mouth in the gate. So you see, wisdom is too wide for a fool. So therefore you open not the mouth in gate, because you want to open mouth with on top of wisdom. You just open mouth with foolishness.
That's unfair. Yeah, let me get some. Yeah, Sirach 32. And I read from 8.
32 and 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I read from 7.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta understand the thing with these fools, right? They lack discipline.
God.
See, when we come into this truth, there's something that, you know, the bigger brothers, the apostles and elders, there's always stress on. You know, that discipline. Alright? This is Sirach 32 and 7. It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art asked twice." You know, and there's this straight to the point. See, you ought to speak when there's a need. You know, if you don't have a need to say anything, you know, you just don't say anything. The scripture say, if you have not to, some man holdeth his tongue because he have not to answer. You know, but these fools, whether they know or know not, they're gonna say something. Alright? 8, it says, "Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words. Be as one that knoweth, and yet holdeth his tongue." And there's something that a fool would never do. Know something and shut him out. Once a fool knows something, the entire world gotta know that he know it. You know? And most of the time, the things that they think they know, they don't know anything. You see?
You feel me right now? Like when you show a fool something at work, right? Hey, this how you do this, what I didn't know about it. I just forget.
Like some people, you might have some meaning of words also. And they say, well, and when you tell them it, oh, I didn't know though. So why the hell at first you say they know it?
See? Right? It says, be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. Alright? Verse 9 it says, "If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words." You know? Because these can't, you know, men with experience. And like the scripture saying in Sirach 3, right? That we know more than men perceive. Yeah. Right? So brothers in this truth, alright, they are ancient men to people that are not in the truth.
Really power this knowledge.
Exactly.
Because the person was the elder person that came to answer the foolish question. But the best answer I give those simple, right? Use this word as a defense. This word is much ancient than he.
Exactly. You know? So you get in this knowledge, you are an ancient man to these fools. See, and they don't understand that they lack that discipline. You know? For when ancient men are in place, or men with knowledge, men with understanding, you know, for them to listen and learn something.
Sure.
You know? Yeah, this is it, huh?
Yeah. So, with the same Galatians chapter 6, verse 3. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 3. "For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself." So you see, he believing he knows something wise, but he know he deceiving himself. Because he know nothing. He believe he is something. Yeah, I know this and I know that. Whereas nothing he know. That's why the foolishness is nothing.
So imagine if a wise man, the scripture says, if a wise man knows something and still act like he know, and a fool just looking for every occasion for spill out whatever folly about to spill out.
Yep.
You know, he really deceiving himself.
God.
You know. Yeah, this is Job chapter 8. Verse 9. It says, "For we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow." right? So we bought of yesterday and know nothing. So all the knowledge that we think we know none. The scripture said a man even at his best is nothing. In Psalms, roughly paraphrasing, right? Man in his best state is as nothing. So, a fool gonna be proud, a fool gonna express all the things that not written in scriptures. And that's why, access to the spirit, he's think through the book and he rejected knowledge. That's why the scripture said that the fool cannot see like a broken vessel, broken potsherd.
Yep.
So he can't hold it, he can't comprehend them. He holding on upon the philosophies of some stupid ass book he read. Much as the word he how about Shai.
Can't throw new wine into old bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a bit,
How would you say?
Isaiah 55 and verse, verse 8. You see, Isaiah 55 and verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says Yahweh. So you see, just by telling you, I can't give you no foolish answer. I gotta give you the most I teach you how to think and so on and so forth, and how to thought. You understand? By following the most I way in order. That's why our ways is foolishness, and our thoughts is foolish thoughts. Going on, verse 9. For as heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways. So are my higher than your ways.
So my
and
thoughts.
Yeah. Are my thoughts higher than your thought? And yeah.
Oh, slacking.
Yeah,
Read back.
Yeah, verse 9. For as heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So you see, the Most High thoughts are our thoughts. By using these scriptures, so you're using this scripture, doing righteousness, following it, and thinking like this scripture, like doing according to what it say, that you thoughts gonna be higher and 2/3 thoughts. Because why you think of do righteousness and follow it and endure unto the end.
Yep.
You know, anything else?
Yeah, I want to read something. Because like I said, right? You have to follow the book. Follow the scriptures, right? I read this here. This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 18.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool. Right? So where do you put away everything that you learn in the world? You become a fool, become a base, like a blank page. Right? It said, can't become a fool that he may be wise. See, and that's the only way you're gonna get this knowledge. Alright? If you become a fool, not hold on to being a fool. But just be as one that don't know anything, so you could receive this knowledge. And there's you thinking through this book and allowing the scriptures to do what it does. Yeah.
Please to go to Psalms chapter 94 and verse 11. This one.
Chasten us. Yep. Read it for you.
Verse 11. Psalm chapter 94 verse 11. The Yahweh knows the thoughts of man, that they are vain, they are vanity. They see vanity mean nothing, no good, filthy, every single thing. Because why? Can't get nothing good come from vanity. Because the Most High say man thoughts are vanity. Don't show you and he come with these foolish question and he a proper answer, he vex. He want that. He wants to bear vanity and foolishness. Anything right?
This is
That you want to give all praises
to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Mokah Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
And hopefully this edify the brothers, the sincere brothers, and the sincere Akwat who follow Yahweh Shai, the sincere. Shalom, Brakata.
Yeah, shalom.